Here's the thing nobody tells you about night shifts. Time moves differently. An hour at 3 p.m. flies by. An hour at 3 a.m. That can feel like an eternity. But what if I told you that night shift workers can actually be more productive than day shifters, once you know the right hacks? I'm talking about getting twice the work done in half the time, finishing your shift feeling accomplished instead of drained, and actually having energy left for your life outside work. Today, I'm sharing 5 game-changing productivity hacks specifically designed for night shift workers. These aren't generic tips you'd find in some corporate productivity book. These are battle-tested strategies from real night shifters who've cracked the code. Let's get into it. Here's what most people get wrong about night shifts. They try to maintain the same energy level for 8, 10, or 12 hours straight. That's impossible. Your body doesn't work that way, especially when you're fighting against your natural circadian rhythm. Instead, you need to work with your energy waves, not against them. Your night shift has 3 distinct energy zones. Your first 2 to 3 hours are your golden hours. This is when you're freshest, your coffee's kicked in, and your brain is firing. This is your premium time. Most people waste these hours on easy tasks, checking emails, chatting with coworkers, doing busy work. Big mistake. Then comes the danger zone, typically 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. for most shifts. This is when your body screams at you to sleep. Your reaction time slows, mistakes happen, and that comfortable chair becomes dangerously tempting. This is not the time for complex tasks. Finally, you get your second wind in those final 2 to 3 hours. You start thinking about going home, and suddenly you get a burst of energy. Use this strategically. During your golden hours, tackle your hardest, most complex tasks. The report that requires deep thinking? Do it now. The problem that needs creative solutions? Handle it in this window. This is when you're basically operating at 90 to 100% capacity. During the danger zone, switch to autopilot tasks. Things you could do in your sleep, literally. Organizing files, routine checks, responding to simple messages, cleaning your workspace. Keep moving, stay active, but don't trust yourself with anything critical. During your second wind, batch all your closing tasks. Wrap up loose ends, prepare handover notes, tackle that medium difficulty task you've been avoiding. Let me guess your caffeine routine. Giant coffee when you start your shift, another one around midnight, maybe a Red Bull at 3 a.m. when you're dying, and possibly another coffee before you leave. You're doing it wrong. And I say that with love, because I did it wrong for 3 years. Caffeine takes 20 to 30 minutes to kick in and peaks around 45 minutes after consumption. Most night shifters are always reacting to tiredness instead of preventing it. By the time you feel exhausted and grab that coffee, you're already behind. Have your first caffeine 30 minutes before you anticipate your first energy dip, not after you're already crashing. For most people, that means having a moderate coffee about 90 minutes into your shift, right before you'd naturally start to fade. Here's a game changer if you can swing a 20-minute break. Drink a coffee, then immediately take a 20-minute nap. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But caffeine takes 20 to 30 minutes to kick in. You'll wake up right as it hits your system, and the combination is incredibly powerful. This is called a caffeine nap, and it's backed by actual science. Stop all caffeine at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to sleep. I don't care how tired you are in your last hour. That 6 a.m. coffee will destroy your sleep later, and then tomorrow night's shift becomes 10 times harder. Instead of massive doses that spike you hard and crash you harder, use smaller, consistent amounts. 3 small coffees spread strategically beat 1, massive one, every time. When you hit your cutoff time but still need alertness, switch to cold water, ice cubes, bright lights, or movement. A 5-minute walk in cold air will do more for you than another espresso shot that'll wreck your sleep. Every time you switch tasks, your brain needs time to catch up. You're checking inventory, then you answer a message, then you start a report, then someone asks you a question, then you go back to the report, but now you've forgotten where you were. Studies show it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus after a distraction. On a night shift where you might get interrupted dozens of times, you're losing hours of productive time. Task batching means grouping similar activities together and doing them in dedicated blocks. This keeps your brain in one mode instead of constantly shifting gears. Instead of checking messages, emails, or notifications constantly, set specific times. Maybe 30 minutes at the start of your shift, once mid-shift, and once near the end. Outside these windows? Unless it's an emergency, it waits. Turn off notifications. Yes, actually turn them off. Schedule your most cognitively demanding work for your golden hours. Close everything else. No phone, no chat, no quick questions. Protect this time like it's sacred, because it is. Group all your small, tedious tasks into one block during your danger zone. Expense reports, filing, data entry, organizing, batch them all. You'll move through them faster and feel accomplished instead of scattered. If your job involves physical tasks, batch those too. Do all your restocking at once, all your cleaning at once, all your rounds at once. Every transition costs energy. Most night shifters accept their environment as is. Dim lighting, uncomfortable temperature, cluttered workspace, whatever. That's a massive mistake. Your environment directly impacts your alertness, mood, and productivity. Light controls your circadian rhythm. The right light keeps you alert. During your golden hours, and when you need alertness, expose yourself to blue, rich, bright light. This suppresses melatonin and keeps you sharp. If you can't control overhead lights, get a bright desk lamp with a blue-toned bulb, or use a light therapy box. Here's the flip side. When you're 2 to 3 hours from the end of your shift, start reducing blue light exposure. This helps your body prepare for sleep when you get home. If possible, dim lights, use warmer tones, or even wear blue light-blocking glasses. Your body temperature naturally drops when you're tired. A cold environment keeps you alert. If you can control temperature, keep it between 60 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If you can't, dress in layers you can adjust. Feeling drowsy? Step outside in the cold for 2 minutes. It's incredibly effective. Sitting still for hours is productivity poison on night shifts. Stand up and move for at least 2 to 3 minutes every hour. Not a lazy stretch, actual movement. Walk the perimeter, do squats, take the stairs, anything that gets blood flowing. A cluttered workspace clutters your mind. When your shift starts, set up everything you'll need in easy reach. Water bottle, coffee, snacks, supplies, documents. You should never waste mental energy searching for basics. Keep only what you're currently working on visible. Everything else gets put away. Dehydration makes you feel exhausted. Most night shifters are chronically dehydrated because they forget to drink water. Keep a large water bottle visible and set a goal to finish it by a certain time. Cold water is more effective at boosting alertness than room temperature water, so add ice. Here's where most night shifters destroy their productivity. What they do after their shift ends. You can't outwork bad recovery. If you're not recovering properly, every shift gets progressively harder. What you do in the first 90 minutes after leaving work determines the quality of your sleep, which determines how productive your next shift will be. Your body is still in work mode, full of cortisol and stress hormones in those first 0 to 30 minutes. You can't just flip a switch. No screens in the car or commute. Blue light reactivates your brain. Listen to calm music or podcasts instead. Avoid bright stores or errands. Your body thinks it's daytime when you're in bright fluorescent stores. Go straight home. Don't make life decisions or have serious conversations. Your judgment is impaired when exhausted. The next 30 to 60 minutes is your transition time between work mode and sleep mode. Eat only light food. A heavy meal delays sleep. A light snack with protein and healthy fat works, like nuts, yogurt, or a banana with peanut butter. Take a cool shower, not hot. Hot showers energize you, while lukewarm to cool showers help your body temperature drop, which triggers sleep. Make your room dark and silent. Blackout curtains aren't optional, they're essential. Eye masks and earplugs if needed. Your room should be a cave. By 60 to 90 minutes after your shift, you should be ready for sleep. Sleep at the same time after every shift, even on days off if possible. Your body needs consistency. Skip the alcohol. It might help you fall asleep, but it wrecks sleep quality. Use white noise to block daytime sounds. Treat sleep like an appointment you can't miss. 7 to 9 hours for most people, non-negotiable. If you're on a rotation schedule or have shorter turnarounds, a 90-minute nap before your shift can boost performance by up to 35%. Not 2 hours, not 45 minutes, 90 minutes. That's one complete sleep cycle. On your days off or before shifts, get actual sunlight exposure and exercise. This helps regulate your circadian rhythm and prevents the zombie feeling. Eat your largest meal 3 to 4 hours before your shift starts, not right before. Heavy digestion during your shift tanks your energy.